There he is.
What's up? Got the Mickey D's going.
What's up, guys? Thanks for tuning in to today's video. Greg, myself, and old corn dog are just chilling here at Mickey D's. We're doing some editing this morning while Zake and Jake while Zach and Jake are out in the field hunting. But before we get into today's video, I want to talk about a great offer that Legendary Whitetails has going on this weekend, Easter weekend. They've got free shipping on everything. I'm going to put a link down in the description below the video. Everybody can go over there and check them out. And please support them where you can. They're one of our main partners here at the Hunting Public. So check them out. Enjoy today's video. And I got a feeling that you're going to want to stay tuned for the next few videos here coming up. Because yesterday, old corn dog over there might have filmed a bird die.
Roadster, my man, what did we just do?
How about that, corn dog?
Pretty good.
Can that just be the end of it?
Do you blow? Don't. Don't face. Not till we get coffee.
Huh?
We gotta get to the spot. It's our first early morning here in Mississippi, and we're spread out listening first thing here this morning. We didn't locate any birds yesterday afternoon, but we picked out a few spots, and now we're just trying to locate where there are actually turkeys. Same process that we had in Arkansas. Alabama. Why do I keep saying Arkansas? But there's 4 of us out here and we're all spread out. Different locations. We're going to meet back up, touch base again, and see where we heard turkeys. Been out all day here, so hopefully the birds keep gobbling into the morning and then later into the afternoon. But as long as we locate some turkeys, we got to start. Hopefully they're gobbling throughout this morning.
Birds around in here.
Yeah.
You didn't hear any?
No.
Brody heard one on public though that we're going on right now. Me and Jake heard 2 on private.
I think that Brody is going to be the key to success on this trip. He's reckless. He's just out finding birds.
Well, that's the reason we dropped them off first. We're like,
This
they'll
guy-
find something no matter what.
This guy's not in here. He's in trouble because we got Brody with us. He heard that bird this morning, and once Brody finds a bird, I mean, it's basically his.
No, it looks like it's this fella's.
Well, Brody was the only one that found a bird this morning, and we did some driving around, and there was a guy parked at a different access point, probably already hunting that bird, so we decided to leave it alone. So since then we've been driving around, just checking out other spots, trying to listen for birds, and haven't heard anything yet. So we're driving to a completely different area.
And then we can go move forward.
That's what we
It
did.
always takes a while. I mean, that's the same thing that happened over in Alabama.
Just tried to find as many birds as possible in the first couple days.
Yep, and then you're on them for...
You have spots to check throughout the day. I
Right.
mean, if your morning hunt doesn't work out, then you have a spot to fall back on.
Yeah.
Had that guy not been there this morning, we would have definitely went after it, but I guess out of respect for him, he was parked right where that bird was gobbling.
He knew he was in there.
Yeah.
He had to have.
He was even closer. He was parked closer to the bird than where
Local
Brody could hear him
Mississippi
from.
boy.
Yeah.
He knew what was going on. We pulled down there to get Brody, and Jake said, "You know, he heard a turkey."
I don't know if you guys noticed, but Brody actually has a shock collar on because we need to try to control him. And if he gets out of hand, we just give him a little. We don't put it all the way up to 8. We got it on about 3. And usually, if you hit him at 3, he comes right back. So.
Oh, what? You're reckless.
Crows are weird. We have possums, they're pretty silly. But that thing brings in pretty silly. It's at least a 4.5 incher. That's a tom. It's looking good in here. Lots of tracks right here. Yeah. Couple hens. Big old time. We should just gobble at that. What? We should just gobble at that crow. Make things a lot easier. Like I was saying before, I think we just get up to this point and just sit there for a long time. Listen. Because, I mean, even if they're not here right now, I'm probably going to be back through here at some point. Might be a good place to be this evening. They may be roosting up in those big pines. Keep going slow. The nice thing about this path is Zach and I can walk super slow and quiet. When I was in Southern Ohio, we had a lot of paths like this. And it obviously makes it easy access for everybody, but you can use this to get back here quietly and not spook anything. We're a little over 3/4 of a mile. I just measured it on X, and I mean, I'd imagine once we get 2-3 miles back in there, we're gonna see a big fall off in pressure too. There's about 4 or 5 different boot tracks we can see going in and out of here, but there's obviously still turkeys, yeah. Right on top of them. It's about 1 o'clock and Zach and I made it about a mile as the crow flies back into this public. We just walked down the 4-wheeler path the whole way, and we cut some turkey sign on the way that looks like they're scratching right up in front of us here. We're on a really high point where we figured toms would come to gobble if they lost hens. The thing we like about this spot is, like we said, we can get super deep. There was a bunch of human tracks at first, and it kind of dwindled down to, it looked like only one guy was walking back this far. And there's plenty of area to work with to our south yet. Pretty excited about this spot. Zach's gonna make a couple calls. And if nothing happens, we're gonna go get some lunch and be right back in here. Listen over here, Ragnar. Did you hear that? I can't really tell. Might want to hit record. Whatever it is, it's coming. You don't see anything, do you? No, that's a deer coming. It's coming behind you. Do you see it? Not yet. Tom, Zach, turn around. Which way? It's right behind us. Dude, I can't. No. I saw him for like 1 second. He came in the absolute worst possible direction, dude. Yeah, we heard him. Yeah. He just came in dead behind me. He said it's a squirrel, right? And then it went choo, 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 choo. And if he'd have come up around that way, we could have shot him, but I mean, he came in, Jake's facing that way. I'm sitting at this tree, facing this way. I mean, I took the camera off the tripod. And the reason we were sitting here is these mounds. Yeah, we got these nice mounds around us. We can get tucked low right into these trees here. But gosh dang it, dude. Just came right in, I mean, just dead behind us. So here's where we're sitting. Jake was on this big tree here. That bird came in. Right through that little opening. We had these dirt mounds behind us. Right here in front of us is like these little dirt mounds. And we were set up to shoot this path. A lot of times these turkeys get up on these paths. Toms will gobble up here to get the hens to come up from the creek bottoms up to them. Our plan was to be able to shoot the intersection of these trails. This one here, this one here, and this one here. And from a turkey's perspective, he's not going to see us down below those mounds. Well, kind of came back to bite us in the butt a little, I guess a little bit, but can't really do much about it. Just got to cut your losses and get back after him. I think there's going to be more than just one tom in here, and I don't think we spooked him too bad. I mean, obviously you don't like spooking turkeys anytime, but
I mean, you'd have measured pretty well, I think.
yeah, I think you'd have been at least 46, 47. Cool. Well, cool but not cool, but hey, none of this, right? None of this. Onward we go.
Huh?
Where they're going. Are they gone?
Sleeping. Getting some shut-eye. That's all you gotta say.
I'm gathering my thoughts here.
I don't know what the heck you could have seen. Isaac's camera.
Thought about an orange hat.
No. He's not that stupid.
Pretty stupid.
Didn't get no video of him then, of course.
I think so.
Got some putting audio, probably.
Did he fly or just run?
He
Walked.
just walked.
He just walked off putting. Pop.
Not a lot, even.
It's 2 times, I think. 2 or 3.
I mean, he definitely saw us. Like, he's thinking we're pretty human-like, but it's not like you flew to the next county, I guess.
Pretty
Probably a
much.
good spot. Probably really pretty hard to get to.
How's the evening go?
Relatively uneventful. Possibly heard a bird or two fly up, but not confirmed. No toms, no gobbling. Couple armadillo encounters between the two groups.
Sweet.
They saw a small herd of armadillos, and Zach and I
armadillos.
sounded just like turkeys, and then they start coming through with those.
They are loud going through the woods.
Well, we're cooking up Zach's Alabama turkey, and tonight Zach and I think we may have heard a bird fly up in the tree, so we're going to kind of start with that tomorrow, work our way to that high point that bird came in behind us. If we don't hear anything, we're just going to keep walking till our legs fall off, because we got about 3 miles to the next access point, and we're probably going to end up having someone pick us up on the other side if things look good throughout the whole piece, or till we kill a bird, hopefully.
I mean, it definitely sounded like a turkey flying up, kind of bouncing into some trees, and then landing on a limb.
That's a gobble. Whoa! Smoke, fart. Smoke, fart.
But anyway, we know there's lots of turkeys
Bud is
in
right.
there. There's lots of turkeys in there. We've seen tons of tracks, lots of tom tracks. We saw a tom. It sounds like we heard a hen fly up tonight. And I'm guessing that there's either that tom that we saw this morning, which he didn't seem too spooked.
No.
I guess it would have been this afternoon, but
Yeah.
he didn't seem too spooked. He could be in there. I'm sure there's probably other toms, and there's tons of public to work with. We can go another 1.5 miles back into that piece. I mean, we're not even close to the end of it.
Yeah, and Aaron and Brody's plan is they might come in from the opposite side.
Seems like a good spot. There's definitely turkeys in there. Hopefully they're gobbling more tomorrow than they were this morning.
Yeah, and if it's going to be raining, that doesn't sound too likely, but
But they're in there, so we'll be after them.
kind of put another one on the fire.